So, Hoyoverse just did something they usually punish players for, and I'm not even exaggerating. If you've been in this community for a while, you know how strict they are about beta leaks. People get banned, videos get taken down, copyright strikes get thrown around like candy, but this time, the roles flipped because a leak just caused a serious problem for Hoyoverse themselves, and it happened in the middle of their most hyped collab to date. I'm talking about Saber and Archer. Yeah, those two. Save up to 25% on the current banners at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description. The Fate crossover with Honkai Star Rail was officially revealed, players were hyped, and then, just like that, both characters were removed from the beta. It wasn't a bug, it wasn't a patch note, they were just quietly pulled out. And here's the twist. According to insider Shiroha, it wasn't even Hoyoverse's decision alone. The removal happened because of an NDA violation, an NDA tied to Fate, not just Star Rail. Now this might seem weird at first. If the collab is public, why would leaks matter? But here's the part a lot of people forget. Being official doesn't mean everything is fair game. Even after characters are announced, beta testers still sign NDAs. That means no footage, no screenshots, no sharing skills, animations, stats, nothing. Especially when a collab involves a partner like Fate, which is famously strict about controlling their content. Their legal teams don't play around. If something gets leaked before a pre-agreed date, that's potentially a breach of contract. And apparently, that's exactly what happened. Gameplay of Saber and Archer started circulating online, most likely from someone in the closed beta. And even if you think, oh, it's just a skill animation or just a leaked auto attack, from a legal standpoint, that could have violated the terms between Hoyoverse and the Fate license holders. It doesn't matter if the characters were already announced, those specific in-game elements were still protected under NDA. So in response, Saber and Archer were pulled from the beta build. No warning, no comment, no internal patch note, just removed. And that alone tells you how serious this was behind the scenes. This wasn't a balance issue or a lore change. It was likely damage control, the kind you do when legal teams are watching. What makes this whole thing ironic is how it reflects back on Hoyoverse themselves. This is the same company that's gone after creators for showing tiny UI changes in Genshin Impact test builds. They've banned accounts over character splash art leaks. They flagged videos with a 2-second sneak peek from beta footage. And now? Their own closed beta testers ended up leaking something that might have pissed off Fate's legal department. They became the exact kind of leaker they usually chase down. It also highlights how fragile these collabs really are. One leak can throw everything off. Think about it. This is Hoyoverse's first time doing a real crossover with an external IP in one of their main games. They don't do this with Genshin, and never have in Honkai Star Rail before. So the pressure to do it right is high, especially when working with a brand as protective as Fate. From design to promotion, everything has to be cleared, timed, and signed off. Still, it raises a big question. If a leak this small caused this much disruption, what does that mean for the future of beta access and collaborations? Will Hoyoverse limit betas even more? It also makes you wonder, how tight is the leash on this collab now? Is everything going to go ahead as planned, or are they reworking things in the background? Maybe even adding restrictions to avoid another mishap? We don't know. But it's a reminder that with great hype comes great risk, especially in the age of leaks, when one tester with a screen recorder can flip the whole script. Anyway, what's your take on this? Should Hoyoverse have handled the beta more carefully, or are they just caught in their own trap? And do you think this collab will actually survive the drama without getting cut down or delayed? Let me know what you think in the comments. And of course, subscribe if you want updates when the next wave of info drops. I'll be following this closely. Save up to 25% on the current banners at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description.